Welcome to Awakening You channel. If you appreciate what we do, please support us. Thank you. Dear ones, I am Archangel Michael. I have been watching each of you these past few years. As I said, I like what I see. The vast majority, those who assimilate everything that is said here, organize themselves, so that they have everything at hand at any time. These are people who are practically completely involved in very high frequencies. Good thing this group is the vast majority. Many times I have come this far, saying things a little stronger, just to shake you, to make you even question what I say, but this is totally on purpose, because you only move forward when you are challenged. The vast majority walk because they think the path is beautiful, or because the guy said the path was good, because he saw that path somewhere, or because he heard that path on television. Don't really ask your heart if it's the right path. Many people are coming to our group. And what group is this? It is a very heterogeneous group. It is a group that has people at an advanced stage of knowledge, because they have been here since the beginning. There are people in the middle stage, which is about a year old, and there are recent people, freshmen in this great course of ascension. So today, mainly, I will direct my words to this new group, to this group that arrives here in despair, wanting to understand everything. They often don't understand anything and start to panic because they don't understand. And then you ask one person, ask another question, and each person who answers responds in a different way. Then the head goes into a knot. So for this newer group and for those just joining, I have already left some important videos aside for you to watch. Why? Because there is all my teaching, over the years. And a lot of the things I say here, if you don't read them back there or listen to the videos, you won't understand. I will give here as an example the letters of Christ, that whoever is entering now, I suggest and advise that they read it. It's as if it were a preparation for everything you will hear from me, from my teachings. So the first step is to read the letters, because there you learn to remove many limiting beliefs that you carry, and that will facilitate understanding when you start listening to my teachings. In the letters of Christ, Sananda comments that whoever has doubts, whoever does not understand, stop, meditate, and ask him about the point you are not understanding. That's where the problem starts. The most varied excuses: I don't know how to meditate. What do you mean I'm going to talk to Sananda? In fact, why do I have to call him Sananda and not Jesus? And then the list of questions begins, which ask what? They throw away everything you read. Everything you learn, you can question, of course. You, on the school bench, raise your hand, and the teacher responds to the lesson and explains better what is on the board. So yes, you can stop and ask. Now if you start by saying, I don't know how to meditate, you've already broken part of the process. Not because you don't know how to meditate, because you already affirm and decree that you don't know how to meditate. So what is the way? It is to place yourself humble before Sananda and say, Sananda teaches me to understand what you are saying here. I'm going to stay silent, because I'm trying to learn how to meditate but I'm not ready yet. Help me understand what you said. And rest assured, he will promptly help you. This is the objective of the letters of Christ. What is meditating? Look, I already talked about this here. It is a moment of internalization. It's that moment when you stop everything, empty your mind and focus on one thing, which in this case is reading the letters. So in the letters you will have many things overturned. There is the first filter. If you are really ready to follow this path presented here, or if you are going by what others are saying. Not all of you are ready. There is a large majority here, who listen to the videos, but don't fit in at all. He likes to listen to learn, but doesn't think it's worth changing anything. Because life is already too difficult, to still have so much work. So they just listen. So the first guideline for beginners is to read the letters of Christ. Do you need to join groups here? No, you can study alone. The only advantage of participating in groups is that you often express your doubts and see how other people are interpreting what you didn't understand. This helps a lot. So I advise you to read the letters, cover to cover. This is not a time for pauses and slow speeds, we are in an accelerated moment. So you have to read the letters from beginning to end, then you will study them. Then yes, you join the groups. Read the letters of Christ, then you can start listening to the videos I marked. Very good. Many also hear or read what I said and don't understand. What do you have to do? Exactly what was done in the letters, ask me to explain to you, because when you ask A or B or C, each one will give you a different answer and you will be left in doubt and will not have the correct answer. Because each person understands it differently. It doesn't mean that A or B or C are wrong, they just understood what is relevant to their path. So in the same way you asked Sananda for help, you will ask me for help. Beforehand I say to all of you, why does it have to be like this? It is the easiest way for you to understand what you are not understanding. If you feel shame, you feel fear, you feel unable to connect with me or Sananda or any other being of light, I will tell you to stop, stop where you are. And until you get rid of this limiting belief, don't continue. This is a belief that many of you still carry. I'm not good enough, to talk to Sananda, to talk to Archangel Michael, to talk to Mary, to talk to Saint Germain. It doesn't matter with whom. We are not on a pedestal, we are next door, on the same level as you. So why the inferiority of thinking that they can't talk to us and that we are too busy to respond to them? Interesting. Very interesting. Just as God is omnipresent, so are we. We are where we are called. Then you ask yourselves, how? Need to know how? The important thing is that we are at the side of everyone who calls us, this is what is important. The how is not your problem, it is our problem. So, free yourselves from these ridiculous beliefs that you have placed in your minds. Another important point, you can participate in existing groups or not. You are not required to join any group. It's just a way of exchanging ideas and experiences. Groups have rules that are being followed. If you feel it is important to share your experiences, join the groups. If you think not, without any problem, you can walk alone. That's not why I'm not seeing you. I know everyone who is on this journey here, which I started. I know each one of you. So being in the group doesn't make any difference to me. Not for me, it can make a difference for you, through the exchange of experiences, not for me, nor for any other being of light. Another point, you arrive desperate, wanting to do everything at the same time, and then there is always someone who says, do it this way, don't do this, don't do that, don't do anything, until you understand where you are going, don't do anything. Why? Because you don't even understand what you're doing. And once again I repeat, A or B or C, each one will explain it in their own way. Because this is typical of human beings. Which of the three will you follow? So don't follow anyone, just follow yourself. Keep doing your reading, and when you reach that point, you will know. There's no point in despair, there's no point in wanting to do everything because it's late. The moment is different now, it is no longer the moment it was 2 years ago. A lot has changed.